Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with the powers. I'm Jake, and in today's video we have another what board game got back for the month of November 2024. If you guys are not familiar with any of these videos of what board game got back, basically what I'm going to be doing is talking about the games I have backed in a given month. So today's games we're going to be looking at are the games that I backed in the month of November. So we have 5 games that I backed in the month of November. Look guys, November was a very hard month for me. You had a lot of really good projects that came out in the month of November, and look, it was very tough for me to hold off on some of those. But let's go ahead and dive right into the projects that I have backed today and see what you guys are thinking if you backed any of the same ones that I did. So taking a look at our computer screen, the very first project we have is XSCAPE, the evolving game of survival. Now, right off the bat, XSCAPE is a game coming to you from Friendly Rabbit Inc. Okay, this is a around 45 minutes, 2 to 4 players, ages 7+, and is dubbed as the evolving game of survival. So the way this game works is you can kind of see on the computer screen here, you are going to have a rectangular or like an oval or cylindrical shaped piece that you are going to own, and you're going to be going around this board making movements and placing one of your colored chips on top of these spaces. However, when a space gets landed on twice, you will then place a black chip on top, and if anybody ever lands on that black chip, they are eliminated from the game. So it's this game of survival, right? You're trying to move your piece around to almost like Snake, right? It's kind of like Snake in a essence. So that is my understanding of the overall premise of this game. So why did I back this game? A couple of reasons. The first one is the overall presentation of the game. Look, this game looks gorgeous. You look at the board here, the whole presentation, all the pieces is very vibrant, it's colorful, it looks really cool on the table. So that's one of the first reasons I backed this game. The second reason is the overall mechanics and the way the game looks like. Guys, this looks to me like a Snake, a backgammon, a chess, a checkers type game. Yes, this is a board game, but this is a very family friendly entry level type of board game where you can bust this out and a lot of people are not going to get intimidated and they might be really intrigued, right? For some people, you say the word board game and they are hightailing it out of there, right? They think, or they hear the term board game and they think, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, nerdy, gamey, all that type of stuff, and it's kind of off-putting. But those same people are more than willing to play checkers, chess, backgammon, Madcala, whatever you name it. So this to me is one of those games in that category that it's like, hey, you want to play a game? Let's bust this out. This is the rules are, and I think they're going to have a really fun time with that. So that's the second reason why I backed this game. The third reason was just the overall price point and value of what you are getting. So XSCAPE did have a early bird special, and let me jump down to it, where right here you have the XSCAPE plus free cubed sunrise. So they have another game called Cubed, which is essentially a more I don't want to say more strategic, but it is a basically it's dominoes, right? But they add in a little bit more strategicness to the game. And so you could pick up this version, the Sunrise edition of the game, for basically free. But well, for 62 bucks, you basically put this in. That means about each game is $31 on its own. And if you scroll down here as an add-on, you could essentially add on Cubed, the Sunrise edition, for 30 bucks. So I'm like, man, look, 2 games at $31 value. I think that's a really good price point. So that's what really drew me to this XSCAPE particular game, is the value and price point that essentially I'm getting 2 games for a $31 price point. So I think that was really good. But those are the reasons why I ended up backing XSCAPE, the game of survival. It looks really cool. You know, this is a game that I think like my mom will definitely enjoy. Try and get my dad to maybe play this one. You know, he doesn't like all the board games. He's that type of guy that's real like, oh, you're playing a board game, is it Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, but he loves like chess, checkers, backgammon, all those type of things. So I'm hoping that this is a game that he really might enjoy. But that is the first game I backed this month. All right, guys, moving on to the second game I backed this month. We have Madcala, a Wonderlands war game. This is coming to you from Druid City Games. It's a 2-player only game, ages 14 plus, right around 30 minutes for a playthrough. Now, what drew me to Madcala? Well, obviously, it's the theming of the game, the Alice in Wonderland theme, the crazy, wacky, wackiness of Alice in Wonderland here. And also, I think this is a game that Sierra is really going to enjoy. Now, I have played Wonderlands War about twice now, and I really did enjoy that game, but that game does have a pretty heavy price point, and it does take a long time. So I was like, man, I wish they had a shorter version of this game, and lo and behold, Madcala. Almost the same situation that's very similar to Everdale Duo, right? You know, I talked about it in my last one. Me and Sierra very much wanted to get into Everdale, but it's just so much content out now for it. Then we saw they came out with the Duo version and we were like, sign us up. So this is kind of like the same thing. Getting that Wonderlands War experience, but it's not so much a big box or it's not massive and it's huge. It's kind of a slimmed down, streamlined version of the game, and this one's for 2 players, so it looks really cool as well. And of course, it has the same premise of Madcala, which she actually enjoys Madcala a whole lot. Price point wasn't really that bad. It was only $45 for the deluxeified version, but like I said, mostly for me, the main reason why I backed this game was it has that Wonderlands War theme, giving us a more streamlined, slimmed down version of Wonderlands War is exactly what we were looking for. All right, moving on to game number 3, we have Amoebunnies. All right, the cute little adorable asymmetrical adventure game where you are taking on the role of a irresistible cute little bunny who's gonna have his own asymmetrical goal, and you're gonna be going around this map trying to accomplish that goal. Look guys, I'm gonna be honest, the one of the main reasons why I backed this game is just the cutesy nature of it, and then also the mechanics itself. The mechanics, I love games where each character has kind of like their own individual goal that they're trying to do. So even though the game is very competitive, like a racing game, like race to complete my goal, I like games like this where you're competing against each other, but you're never really trying to screw each other over as much as you possibly can. It's like, hey, it's my turn. I really don't have to worry so much about what everybody else is doing. I just need to worry about focusing on my goal, and I really don't have to worry about getting screwed over. Now, there is some interactions with a lot of these characters where characters can steal stuff or they can block your paths off and things like that, but it's never like a take that type of feeling. But you know, the perfect quote right here says, Amoebunnies is pure delight, captivating adults entirely. This is one of those games that you look at it and you're like, man, this looks like a game for children, but as an adult, it looks like you are going to have so much fun as well. So I back and look at these cute little bunnies. I mean, you can't help but love the cute little bunnies. So I ended up backing the bunny bundle here, which came with an expansion, adding in a few new bunnies. So there's all the old bunnies. I don't want to say old, but the new bunnies, you get Jin, Bruno, and Malena. That's cute, on top of having Violet, Sunil, Midori, Sari, Cam, and Roy. So, I mean, look, guys, it's just one of those cutesy type games. Mechanics look great. But yeah, definitely wanted to enjoy and definitely looking to enjoy this one. This is 2 to 6 players, ages 10 plus, around 30 to 60 minutes. But this is Amoebunnies. Amoebunnies. Alrighty, moving on to the fourth game we backed this month, we have Shallow Sea. So this is a board game by Bad Comet Games. We do love Bad Comet Games. We do own Wondrous Creatures and Life of the Amazonia. So right off the bat, when I saw Shallow Sea, I knew this was by a company that we have a really good rapport with a lot of their games, because we do enjoy a lot of their games. But Shallow Sea, it says dive into a multi-layer puzzle board game featuring vibrant marine animals and the Great Barrier Reef. Now, I'm gonna be 1000% honest, guys. I don't know a whole lot about this particular game. Really, two things made me back this game. Number one, my wife. Number two, my wife. It's as simple as that. My wife loves all things aquatic. She is a Pisces, so anything water, she absolutely adores. One of her all-time favorite games over there is, where is it? We got it over there somewhere. Aquagarden. She loves Aquagarden. That is one of her all-time. So I saw this game, and this reminds me a lot of Aquagarden. And so I saw this is marine animals. Reminds me a lot of Aquagarden. She's gonna love it right off the bat. And then it's being made by Bad Comet Games. Like I said, we own two of their games and very, very much enjoy those. So we feel it's a great company that produces great quality components and games, and so I was on the hook for that one immediately. I just backed the base tier, the reef tier here for 40 bucks. So super excited on that one. But yeah, not a whole lot to this game, Shallow Sea. My understanding is you're gonna create like this little puzzle, right? Where you're gonna have these little puzzle tiles, and what you wanna do is match up fish along each edge. And when you do, you will score kind of those victory points. And then you can kind of chain these different fish and tiles together to score more points. But like I said, guys, I honestly did not look into this game a whole lot. And look at these cute little meeples. Sierra is going to go crazy over these things. But this was just a purchase or a back for my wife, so I'm curious and excited to see how she looks at this one. All right, moving on to the very last one. We have Dice Throne Outcast plus Adventures Unchained. Not a whole lot to say about this one, guys. If you have been following our channel for a while now, you know that over the summer in July, I did a top 100 games in our collection in Dice Throne. I do believe was maybe in the top 3. I think it was number 2, maybe. I can't remember the exact number, but it was definitely in my top 10. I do even believe it cracked my top 5. I have a massive, and me and my wife have a massive affinity with Dice Throne. You know, when we first started getting together and found out that we enjoyed board games, Dice Throne was one of the very first purchases we made as a couple. And so we have a very strong affinity with this one. And so we very much enjoy Dice Throne. And I love the non-Marvel Dice Throne, even though I did back the Marvel X-Men Dice Throne. I love the original Dice Throne, like the season 1, season 2 characters, all the originals, the Santa versus Krampus, all those. I love those characters and that type of Dice Throne. So you're bringing me 4 Halloween themed characters. That's so cool. And then you're bringing in this expansion to Dice Throne Adventures Unchained with some solo shots and stuff like that. Just some what I feel is quality of life add-ons to a game that is already really, really good. Now, since I do love my Dice Throne, I went a little crazy and went to the all-in bundle right here, which gives you, let me scroll down on this one, so you guys can see the all new things bundle here, giving me the 4 Outcasts, the promo pack, the card sleeves, the painted game pieces, the acrylic tokens, and the models themselves to use in Dice Throne Unchained. If you're not familiar with Dice Throne is by Roxley. It's for 2 to 6 players, around 30 minutes per playthrough, ages 8+. This is dubbed as Battle Yahtzee. But all right, guys, well, look, those are the 5 projects that I have back this month. If you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Drop down in the comments below, did you guys back any of these projects, or what other projects did you back this month? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe so we can keep bringing you some more awesome content. All right, guys, have a great one. Bye.